Did you know that taking a shower at a specific time of day could be deadly for seniors over 70? This silent killer takes the lives of thousands every year, and most people never even see it coming. In the next few minutes, you'll learn something that could save your life or the life of someone you love deeply. Let me tell you the heartbreaking story of Stanley Peterson, a healthy 75-year-old man who never knew that one small habit would cost him everything. Stanley Peterson was the kind of man we all hope to be at 75. He lived alone in a quiet suburb just outside of Boston. Still sharp, active, and completely independent. He walked every morning, kept up with his doctor visits, and took pride in managing his own life without needing help from his children. His daughter, Jennifer, called him every morning after a coffee, and he always answered. Except for that one morning, where calls went unanswered. She drove to his house, heart pounding the whole way. She used her spare key to let herself in. Everything looked normal until she got to the bathroom. Steam filled the room. The water was still running, but Stanley was lying motionless on the cold tile floor. She called 911, but by the time emergency services arrived, it was too late. The autopsy confirmed the shocking truth. Stanley had suffered a massive cardiovascular event during a shower at exactly 5:45 a.m. The cause? A combination of factors that most people never think about, but ones that are now proven to be deadly for older adults. That exact time, 5:45 in the morning, falls right in the middle of the most dangerous time of day for anyone over 70 to take a shower. Jennifer had no idea. Neither did Stanley. And chances are, you didn't either. So what exactly makes early morning showers so dangerous? According to medical researchers at Harvard Medical School, the hours between 4 a.m. and 8 a.m. are when your blood pressure is at its most unstable. Your body goes through what doctors call a morning surge, where blood pressure rises sharply as you wake up. For younger people, the body can handle this change. But for seniors, it can be deadly. Dr. Richard Thompson, a geriatric heart specialist, puts it simply. The morning surge in blood pressure, combined with hot water and sudden movements, creates a perfect storm. That storm is what took Stanley's life. And it could happen to anyone who doesn't know the risks. When you take a hot shower in the early morning, your blood vessels expand, your blood pressure fluctuates wildly, and your heart has to work harder, all while your body is still adjusting from a night of rest. Add to that the slippery floor, the steam, and the lack of alertness many people feel right after waking up, and you've got a recipe for disaster. Stanley's story isn't an isolated case. Every year, thousands of seniors suffer falls, heart attacks, and strokes, many of them triggered in their own bathrooms, during what should be the safest and most routine part of the day. The worst part? These tragedies are preventable. If you or someone you love is over 70, move your shower time to mid-morning, between 10 a.m. and noon. When your body is more alert, your blood pressure is more stable, and your risk of sudden events is drastically lower. This isn't about fear. It's about being informed. Stanley didn't know. Now you do. Take one small step that could literally save your life. Comment one simple word below to show you've heard this message. Type "heard" if this is new to you. Type "change" if you're going to adjust your shower routine. Type "share" if you know someone who needs to see this. Sometimes, saving a life starts with changing one habit and leaving one comment. Doris Williams was 72 years old, a retired school teacher from Philadelphia, and the kind of woman everyone admired. Smart, organized, and always on schedule. For over a decade, she had followed the same morning routine like clockwork. Wake up at 5:30 a.m., read the newspaper, then take a hot shower at exactly 6 a.m. It gave her a sense of peace and structure. But one morning, that routine turned into a nightmare. She had just stepped into the shower when she suddenly felt lightheaded. The room began to spin. Before she could reach out for support, her legs gave out from under her. Doris collapsed in the tub, her hips slamming against the hard porcelain edge. The fall left her in agonizing pain. She was rushed to the hospital, where X-rays confirmed a fractured hip. The doctors were gentle but honest. At her age, a broken hip was no small injury. Doris spent the next 6 weeks in rehab, slowly learning to walk again. but she never fully regained her mobility. Her balance was weaker, her confidence shaken. That moment in the shower changed the course of her life. And the cause? A dangerous dip in blood pressure that commonly occurs during the early morning hours, something almost no one talks about. Her doctor later told her that if she had waited until mid-morning, say around 11 a.m., the incident might never have happened. This is why the timing of a senior shower is more critical than people realize. It's not just about convenience, it's about safety. So here's a simple but powerful step anyone over 70 should take starting today. Move your shower time to between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. Place a sticky note on your bathroom mirror that reads, "Shower safe, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m." It might feel like a small change, but it can save you from the kind of pain and disruption Doris went through. And this isn't just about falls. There's another danger most people don't realize: body temperature regulation. As we age, our body's ability to maintain a stable core temperature declines. That's why many seniors feel colder than they used to or struggle more in heat. When you step into a hot shower early in the morning, when your body temperature is still low from sleep, it puts sudden, intense pressure on your cardiovascular system. Dr. Amanda Chun, an expert in aging and thermoregulation, says it best: sudden heat exposure in early morning hours is like shock therapy for the aging heart. Albert Reynolds, 83, found this out the hard way. He liked to start his day with a long, hot shower before sunrise. One morning, his heart began to race uncontrollably. He felt his chest tighten, and within seconds, he blacked out. Doctors later diagnosed him with an arrhythmia triggered by abrupt temperature changes in the early morning. He was lucky. He survived, but not everyone does. These are real people, real stories, and the pattern is clear. Early morning showers carry hidden risks, especially for those over 70. But it doesn't have to be this way. If you're a senior or you care for one, here's what you can do right now. Comment one of the following words below. Just one word. Type "safe" if you're going to move your shower to mid-morning. Type "remind" if you're putting a note on your mirror. Type "care" if you know someone who needs this info. One comment can protect someone. One word can start a change. Let's talk about another critical step that could protect your life or the life of someone you love. If you're over 70, the temperature of your shower water matters more than you might think. Many seniors unknowingly set their water too hot, believing it helps with stiffness or circulation. But hot showers, especially in the morning, create intense strain on the heart. That sudden temperature shock, when your blood pressure is already unstable, can trigger dizziness, fainting, or worse. So here's action step number 2. Lower your shower temperature to lukewarm, between 95 and 100 degrees Fahrenheit. That range is warm enough to feel comfortable, but not so hot that it stresses your body. Second, install an anti-scald valve in your shower. It costs less than $20 and can automatically regulate your water temperature to stay within a safe zone. You don't need to do it yourself. Ask a family member or a handyman for help. The installation takes just minutes, but the protection it offers is long-lasting. These two changes, lowering the temperature and installing a safety valve, are simple, affordable, and can prevent serious harm. Now let's move on to something even more overlooked: medication timing. If you take blood pressure medication in the morning and then step into the shower right after, you might be unknowingly putting yourself in danger. Blood pressure meds are designed to lower your pressure. That's their job. But combine that with the morning dip in blood pressure that naturally happens in your body and the added heat of a shower, and you're doubling the risk of fainting or falling. Patricia Sullivan, 76, learned this lesson the hard way. One morning, she took her usual medication with breakfast and jumped into the shower minutes later. She felt fine until suddenly, the room spun and her knees gave out. She woke up in the emergency room with a mild concussion and a bruised shoulder. Her doctor's advice was simple: wait at least 2 hours between taking blood pressure meds and getting in the shower. That small gap can give your body time to stabilize. Now it's your turn. Drop a comment below with just one word. Type "warm" if you'll lower your water temperature. Type "valve" if you'll install the anti-scald device. Type "wait" if you're going to space out your meds and shower. Just one word. It could make all the difference. Let's dive into the next step that could make a big difference in preventing accidents: creating a medication and shower schedule. If you take blood pressure medications in the morning, make sure you're not showering within 2 hours of taking them. This small adjustment could prevent you from combining the effects of your medication with the stress of a hot shower, which could cause dizziness, fainting, or even a fall. The key is to create a simple schedule. Set an alarm or write a reminder on your calendar, but make sure you're giving your body enough time to adjust before stepping into the shower. And here's an important tip. If you're unsure whether your medication timing is right, don't hesitate to ask your doctor. They can help you adjust the timing of your meds to keep you safer while showering. It's a small conversation with your healthcare provider that could have a huge impact on your well-being. Now, let's address another hidden danger that many seniors face: vision problems in the morning. As we age, our eyesight tends to worsen, especially in the early morning hours when the light is dim. In fact, after the age of 70, your eyesight could be as much as 60% worse in low light. But the reality is, most seniors shower before sunrise, in bathrooms that are poorly lit. This combination is a recipe for disaster. Take the story of Gregory Harrison, 81, who slipped and fractured his hip while showering in the early morning. He couldn't see a puddle of water on the floor because of the dim light. "If I had just waited until daylight," he said, "I would have seen it." So here's a simple change. Wait until daylight or turn on a brighter light in your bathroom before stepping into the shower. It may feel like a small change, but better lighting could make all the difference in preventing a serious fall. If you're planning to adjust your routine, let me know. Leave a comment below and type schedule if you'll create a medication versus shower schedule, or light if you'll make sure your bathroom has better lighting. Just one word, and it could help someone else stay safe too. Let's move on to another simple step you can take to improve safety: enhancing your bathroom lighting and reducing fall hazards. To prevent falls, start by installing motion lights and night lights in your bathroom. This way, even if you get up in the middle of the night or early morning, you won't be stumbling around in the dark. Brightly colored non-slip mats are also a game changer. They not only help you avoid slipping on wet floors, but also make it easier to spot potential hazards. Another quick fix is to test your bathroom visibility in the early morning. Before you even get in the shower, see how clearly you can see in your bathroom. If it's too dim, consider adding extra lighting. A simple change like this could help you avoid tripping over obstacles or missing a spot on the floor that could be slippery. Now, let's talk about a hidden issue that many seniors face: morning dehydration. After 7 to 8 hours of sleep, you wake up in a dehydrated state. Most people don't realize how much this affects their body until it's too late. Combine dehydration with standing up in hot water from your shower, and you have a dangerous recipe for dizziness, which can easily lead to falls. Take the example of Leonard Sullivan, 77. For a long time, he had near daily dizziness, especially when getting ready for his morning shower. But when his doctor advised him to drink a glass of water before showering, his dizziness stopped. Now he's able to shower safely without worrying about losing his balance. It's easy to forget, but drinking a glass of water before your shower could be a simple fix to avoid dizziness and potential falls. Now, I want to hear from you. Leave a comment below and type water if you'll start drinking water before your shower, or lights if you'll try adding more lighting in your bathroom. A small change could make a big difference in your safety, and it's always good to share what works for you with others. One of the easiest but most effective steps you can take to improve your safety is drinking a full glass of water about 15 minutes before your shower. This helps to combat morning dehydration and will set you up for a safer start to your day. You can even keep a water bottle in your bathroom to remind yourself to hydrate every morning. Make it a part of your daily routine. Starting tomorrow morning, make drinking that glass of water your ritual before getting in the shower. It's a small action that could make a huge difference in preventing dizziness and ensuring your safety. Now, let's move on to something very important: emergency response time. Many seniors tend to shower early in the morning when their families are still asleep. But this can create a dangerous situation. If you fall at 5 a.m., it could be hours before anyone finds you and helps. Take Beatrice Harper, for example. She fell at 5:15 a.m. and wasn't discovered until 4 hours later. By then, she had suffered from hypothermia. Since that incident, Beatrice has changed her shower time to 11 a.m. and has made daily check-ins with a neighbor to ensure she's okay. This simple adjustment, showering when others are awake, can significantly reduce the risks associated with falling alone. It's a small but important change that can make you feel more secure. Now, I'd love to hear from you. In the comments below, type water if you'll make hydration a morning ritual, or check in if you'll start checking in with someone before your shower. These small changes can help protect your health and make you feel more confident in your routine. Let's all take action today for a safer tomorrow. One of the best things you can do to ensure your safety while showering is to install a waterproof emergency call button in your bathroom. This small device can be a lifesaver if you fall or encounter an emergency while in the shower. You can also set up regular check-in texts or calls with a family member or friend. Never assume that someone will just check in later. It's essential to have a consistent plan to make sure you're safe. These steps take only a few minutes to set up, but they can give you peace of mind every time you shower. Don't wait until it's too late to take action. Take control of your safety now and make sure help is always within reach. Now, let's talk about an important issue: cognitive function. As we age, our brain's reaction time slows down, especially in the early morning hours. This can lead to accidents that might not happen later in the day. Take Franklin Wilson, for example. At 79 years old, Franklin accidentally turned his shower water up too hot at 6 a.m., but didn't notice until it was too late. The result? Severe burns. He admitted, "At noon, I would have reacted instantly, but my brain was still waking up." So, if you feel like your reaction time is slower in the morning, it's important to take extra precautions. Lowering your water temperature to lukewarm can help reduce the risk of burns, especially when your brain hasn't fully kicked in yet. I want to hear from you. In the comments below, type button if you're going to install an emergency call button, or check in if you're setting up regular check-ins with a loved one. Let's work together to keep each other safe and prevent accidents. Don't forget, safety comes first. To ensure you're staying safe, set a consistent shower time between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. This time frame minimizes the risks associated with early morning showers and allows your body and brain to be fully awake and alert. You can even use a shower timer with an alarm to remind yourself when it's time to start and stop. This small change could make a huge difference in your safety and well-being. Your brain plays a critical role in your safety, but it can only do its job when it's fully awake. So, always prioritize showering during times when you're alert, avoiding the risky hours of the morning. Remember, taking these small precautions could be the key to preventing dangerous accidents. You just learned why showering at the wrong time of day can be deadly for seniors and how to stay safe. The good news? You don't have to give up your independence. You just need to make smarter choices. Your health and safety matter, and by taking action today, you can protect yourself from life-threatening situations. If this video surprised you or could help someone you love, please hit like, subscribe, and share it. We all need to be aware of these simple yet critical safety measures. And now, I want to hear from you. What time do you usually shower? Will you be changing your routine after watching this video? Drop a comment below and let's continue the conversation. Your safety matters, and together, we can make sure more seniors are aware of these life-saving tips.